This morning, a music teacher at Red River High School is at the center of two lawsuits against the Grand Forks Public School District. David Christensen is suing the district, arguing that his employment contract was unlawfully changed. That's when he was told he would be transferred from Red River High School to an elementary music position, which led to an almost $13,000 loss in salary. So he's asking the court to award him the difference in pay plus attorney fees. And Amber Haskell, who works for the teachers union, is also suing the district, alleging that the school board held an improper and illegal executive session to discuss Christensen's complaint, stating that should have been open to the public. Haskell is asking the court to release the recording of that executive session.